Actually, wait 1 second. We're not live yet. Check on Facebook. I don't know if I'm live right now or not.
Take your time.
We are live. Okay. Let me just hop into it. Then we'll go.
All right, awesome. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and to talk. I love this stuff. I love talking about this. So thank you again.
And at the end of the day, I hope we inspire somebody. So.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we make a difference. Because salesmanship is just an awesome profession. It's a really great profession. And, my first slide here by Stephen Covey, a great mentor, a man who I thought was just fantastic, made a big change in personal development around the world. He really talked about the difference between an amateur salesperson and a professional, and that amateur salesperson sells products. When I walk into a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Starbucks, I'm buying a product, and that salesperson is kind of taking my order or processing that order. A professional sales individual is like a dream maker, right? That professional understands my needs and my problems and really helps to go off and present solutions to get me to where I want to go. And it's that professional salesperson that, in my mind, really there's no limit. If you are a professional salesperson and you can provide solutions that satisfy needs and problems, there's no limit to your success and the impact that you can do and the benefit you can make to people. So when we look at professionals, right, people who really make a difference, people who really stand out from the pack, the professional salesperson is someone that can create, right? A professional salesperson can create their own economy. That, in my mind, there's a little bit of a reverb on it. So
one sec. We are live, so let's just introduce. Let's get this started. I'm going to introduce you to everyone real quickly, so this way, because everything we're talking about right now is absolutely incredible. And that, for those of you who don't know who this is, guys, we are live here at, we are right now live, The Science of Getting Rich with Dr. Frank Dos Santos. This is an incredible event during the quarantine and the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been out here building new relationships. This gentleman over here has been working in the East Orange Hospital and has been in the front line for all of us during the coronavirus. So first off, thank you once again. If you guys haven't seen my previous video about coronavirus with Dr. Frank Dos Santos, then you guys, I'll drop the link of the YouTube video on that at some point. But today isn't about that. Today is The Science of Getting Rich. Dr. Frank Dos Santos is a certified motivational speaker from Proctor, Gallagher and Tony Robbins. So this is going to be an amazing event. So guys, just be prepared to take some notes. We will be restreaming this video later on. As soon as we have an opportunity, it'll be on YouTube. So great stuff, guys. Let's get this going. How's it going, Doctor?
Great. Thanks, Chris, for that introduction. I was kind of like 2 slides into this. I'm just going to back up here for a second.
Sure.
So my name is Dr. Frank. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also certified, as you stated, from 2 of my big mentors, Bob Proctor from the movie The Secret and Tony Robbins. I've taken both their courses and I'm certified in what they do. And what I want to talk about today is really adding value as we're in this quarantine. It's a massive opportunity for us to come together to really prepare ourselves for the post-quarantine life and the rebound that's going to occur from that and the awesomeness that's going to come from that. And so in that fashion, I thought today it would be great to talk about salesmanship and the art of salesmanship and the professional salesperson. So I'm introducing the concept to start off with by Stephen Covey. We talked about the amateur salesman is that person that does the processing of products, right? And we're aware of that when we go to Starbucks, McDonald's and Wendy's and places like that. We go walk up and we say, I want this product. And the person, the salesperson does the vending for us, the transaction. The professional salesperson, though, is an art. The professional salesperson is dedicated to their profession. They work extremely hard to their profession to develop that specialized knowledge, to develop solutions that meet the needs and problems of their clients. That professional salesman is an effective communicator. And it's this professional salesperson that I want to talk about today, because there's no limit. When you're a professional salesperson, there's absolutely no limit. The sky's the limit, okay? The only limitation you have is in your mind, your ability to not imagine a brighter future for yourself. So we all have images of who a professional salesperson may be, okay? This is someone that I think of in the space with real estate who is a professional, okay? He has really gone off and created something. He doesn't just compete, he creates, and I'll get into that process. He's developed his mental faculties, okay? So the people who really trailblaze, lead the pack, break out of the pack, leave clues. And there's a science to doing what they do. And each and every one of us can do that. From what we know about ourselves in the sciences and in theology, we have the potential, the God-given universe potential to create our own economy, to create our own destiny. And so the professional creates. What the professional does not do is react to the economy, okay? If currently we go on TV, and we could easily do this, watch any of the news channels, you can find yourself reacting, and you can find yourself being somewhat depressed and saying, oh my gosh, like what's the point? Things are not going well. The unemployment is unbelievable. But the fact of the matter is you can create your own economy, okay? Time periods of distress like the Great Depression and time periods that we're going through right now are opportunities. They're opportunities to invest in yourself, to come out of this and to create a massive economy for yourself. But how does one do that? What's the process? Well, back in 2006, there was a movie that came out called The Secret. That movie has now been seen by approximately 1 billion people. And the book associated with that has also been read by about 1 billion people. So a massive success that book was. And it talked about the law of attraction, which is just one law. There are actually 12 laws that govern nature. Okay, and they're very simple. It's nothing complicated. I'm going to touch upon some of these laws, but I will say to you that to understand these laws, there's many books out there which I can share with you. There's many YouTube videos that you can watch to learn about this, and there's seminars that go on for days to talk about just these laws. I'm just going to brush upon them so that you understand that there's a process that if you engage in this, if you adopt to this, invest in yourself, and take the time, you can also achieve massive success. When I think of an educated person, okay, when I think of a developed person, I don't look at their degree. To me, it doesn't matter. Myself, I have a medical degree. I'm a medical doctor. I have a master's of all these things, but it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the person have their mind developed. And what I mean by that is we have mental faculties of perception, thinking, imagination, memory, intuition, and will. When we're children and we grow up and we go through school, some of us are exposed to teaching to develop our mental faculties, and some of us are not. They're unconscious competence who never actually taught what the mental faculties are, but through their environment and through their intuition, they develop their mental faculties. There are those that take the study and take the time to invest in themselves to develop their mental faculties. The fact of the matter is, whether you get there consciously or unconsciously, the development of your mental faculties are very key in achieving success and becoming a professional salesperson. And I'm going to share that with you, because what happens is, this is the brain. The brain is a thing. You can hold it, you can squeeze it. The brain is something that you hold. Your mind is not a thing. Your mind is not something that you can hold. The development of your mental faculties are associated with the development of your mind, a way of thinking, a way of being that brings out the best in you, the best in your clients. See, when you go off and enter school, you get extreme amount of valuable knowledge, sciences, English, mathematics. You get lots of knowledge, okay? But what school does not teach you, what school doesn't give you superior knowledge on, is really how to utilize your mind. Now, this was developed back in 1934. It's a stick figure. It's a very simple way of thinking about how our mind works. On the top portion of our mind is our thinking mind, right? This is our conscious mind. This is where mathematics or mathematical knowledge is, geometry, physics, English, biology, all these valuable courses that you were taught. Real estate transactions, real estate laws are in your conscious mind, okay? You can pay thousands of dollars and spend hundreds of hours of studying and developing your conscious mind, but still not achieve great results. And we see this all the time. There are people who have only high school degrees who are very developed mentally. There are people who have PhDs, MD, from Harvard University, but yet they get inferior results. Why is that? Because in our minds, it's not just our conscious mind, but there's a subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the portion of our mind that attaches feelings to our thoughts. Let me say that again. The subconscious mind attaches feelings to our thoughts. Our subconscious mind is associated with about 90% of our results. And because many people are never taught how to think and utilize their minds for success and in life, they end up being like children. They react to everything, okay? They have a lot of knowledge. They have a lot of education. They've done a lot of study, but they react all the time, and you can see it in the results. The subconscious mind is extremely important in the development. Okay. Let me share this with you, a concept called the paradigm. In 1934, Dr. Thurman Fleet, who was involved in the healing arts and holistic medicine, put together a concept called the paradigm, okay? And what the paradigm is the following. When you take someone, for example, who wants to lose weight, they study about nutrition, they study about different types of fasting and meal plans. So consciously, in their thinking mind, they know exactly what to do. Then you walk up to them, at dinner time, and they're eating a piece of cake. And you say, oh my goodness, how do you know exactly what to do, but you end up eating the cake? It's because subconsciously, they weren't in harmony in their mind. Subconsciously, they weren't aligned with their conscious mind. And so that paradigm occurs. In other words, the paradigm, the habit, the feeling is not aligned with their thinking, okay? And so when you look at the mind, it's extremely important to understand that subconsciously, we need to be primed. Subconsciously, we need to be involved. But how do you do that? How do you get your subconscious mind to be in harmony? How do you get your subconscious mind to be primed? This is the area where personal development has really taken off. Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor. So I'm here to show you how this comes together and to give you some tips on how you can do this. When you go about your life, as far as we know, we are the most developed creatures in the entire universe. From what we know from science, there's no other developed creatures in the entire universe than us. Animals, squirrels, birds, fish, your dog, your cat, work through perfect instinct. Now you look at your senses, see, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. They are getting all their senses from the external environment. The external environment is feeding information into your conscious mind. Your conscious mind develops thoughts that occur from these senses. And then that feeds into your subconscious mind, okay? So you see how the flow of stimulation occurs into the mind. When you're with the client, okay, now let's put this into reality. Your client is going to use your senses of hearing, how you're speaking, of sight, of your appearance, of smell, of touch, okay? They're going to use your senses to immediately assess you. And that is going to be pressed upon their conscious mind, lead to thoughts. Those thoughts will go onto their subconscious mind and create a feeling. Now, it's very possible that if I were to approach you and sit into your office, that I may, via my senses and my conscious mind, develop a thought right off the bat that'll give me a bad feeling about being there. It's also very possible that I could develop a positive feeling. The feelings, that's the key thing, okay? Feelings are subconscious. The feelings that your clients get when they meet with you, when they talk with you, are developed by their subconscious mind, okay? So a effective salesperson will know how to develop rapport, will know how to communicate, will know how to use gestures, will know how to use writing with their client such that they can create the right feelings. And this is a mastery. This is not something that you take a class, you take a course, you read one book and you've mastered this. I mean, I would suggest to you that you would have to do this day in, day out, watch videos of this 100 times, not one time, because the repetitive nature, the auto-suggestion of doing this over and over again will allow you to develop those mental faculties. Most people use their senses, and their senses then impress reactive thoughts, reactive feelings. They don't think to come back and to respond to their environment, to control their environment. So I want to go a little bit further on this concept. The professional salesperson is someone who sells their ideas because they developed a connection with their client. Okay, I'm going to go over 6 steps on how to work on developing that connection. I'm going to go over 6 steps on how to prime that subconscious conversation to become very effective professionally. Now, I showed you in the beginning, there's 12 different laws, okay, that govern the universe. Okay, these are founded laws. They're not made up laws. These are true laws. One of the laws that you probably know is the law of cause and effect. So how does this work? If I come to you, all right, and a professional salesperson engages a client, if they're authentic, if they truly love their profession, if they truly love helping people, if they truly want to be in that situation of helping, finding a solution, finding a fix for a need, if they're authentic with that, the client will feel that and will vibrate with them and will create congruency. Now, this is much like me in my profession as well as a doctor. If I walk up as a doctor to treat you and to help you, you know, a lot of these COVID patients come in freaking out. They're very anxious when they come into the emergency department, extremely anxious. I, in my 15 years of practicing medicine, have not ever had a malpractice claim or complaint against me. It's not because I'm a very good doctor. It's because I take my profession very seriously, and I believe that I have the talent that was given to me to be a doctor, and that when I see someone, I need to provide them a solution and a need. And I take that very seriously. The professional salesperson in the same capacity takes their profession very seriously. And this is where it starts. This is step 1 of taking the profession seriously, so that when someone comes to you, you get to know them, you get to understand them, you get to know their desires, and you get to have that rapport and that emotional connection. Because the law of cause and effect works this way. When you do this repeatedly, when you do this over and over again, when you come back, you're not just processing an order and crunching numbers and seeing what fits best, but you're actually taking the time to care about them, knowing what their desires are, what their goals are, helping them develop those goals, and helping them to achieve those goals, to fix their needs. When you actually are authentic and care about them, the law of cause and effect is this: you will get referrals. You will get referrals. People will come to you. People will seek you, much like a doctor who actually cares about a patient, who takes the time to be devoted and caring and be authentic. The same thing with a professional salesperson. When you're truly devoted to your profession and you truly care, people will seek you out and referrals will come your way like you have no idea. It is a law. It's called the law of cause and effect. So step one is to get their attention, to get the client's attention. To sit down and to really work on getting that attention, involve their conscious mind, okay? It's asking them questions, of being authentic and truly caring and saying, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself going with this? What's your interest in this property? For why? For what? Getting to know them and to understand them. So when you have the conversation with them, you're someone who truly cared about them, and you're someone who truly was involved in their conscious mind. Step two is once you have their attention, okay, you want to get their interest. If you want to be interesting, okay, if you want the client to be interested in you, you be interesting, right? If you want to be lovable, okay? If you want to be a fun person, be fun. What I'm saying to you is be genuinely interested in their goals. Be genuinely interested and care about what their pursuits, what their dreams are. Step one is that attention. From step one, once you understand and you have the attention, you understand what their goals are, be genuinely interested, be authentic. If you're faking it, they'll sense it. If you're there just to make a deal, if you're there just to make a number, they'll sense it. Subconsciously, you're doing these things because you're working on feelings. We as human beings are governed by our subconscious mind. 90% of what we do is based upon the subconscious mind. And I'm emphasizing to you that what we're talking about is common sense. What we're talking about consciously makes perfect sense. Logically, it's there. Subconsciously, you need to take yourself there. You need to get rid of whatever paradigm you have from your life, whatever feelings, ego, whatever it may be, and sit down and understand that being a professional salesperson is about connecting subconsciously with someone, resonating with that person, getting congruency and vibrating with them, and showing interest and intention. Once you develop this interest, and you've taught them about this, and you've got harmony with them, they'll start to sense it. It'll be the first time now in your conversation with the client where you're resonating with them subconsciously. Because up until now, when you're asking them their interests and you're asking them what their goals are, why do they want this property, that's a conscious decision. It's numbers, it's bolts, pre-qualifications, things like that, okay? When you start getting down into and showing interest, you're harmonizing with them. You're developing trust. The third step in this is desire. Now, what I mean by this is this, okay? We have 3 different levels of desire. Our first level of desire, I think, I desire to drive a Chevy car. Something I have right now. I have it. I like it. I really do well with it. A type B desire or type B goal would be something I think I can do, okay? I know I could drive a Chevy Desire. I know I can afford this house. I know I can afford that. The money works out. It's all good. I think I can afford this. If this works out right, I think I can get this. The third level of desire is something I have no idea how I can afford it. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I really, really want this. I really have a dream to have this. If you can attach yourself to their desires and generally care about them, financially they may be at a level A. That's reality for them financially. They may be at that level A. but you're going to develop a long-term relationship with them, that you're going to be that dream maker. And when things start moving for them and things start getting better for them, you're going to be that person that they're going to call because you actually cared. You actually cared about their desires. You didn't just care about the present right now and engage with them. You cared about the desires for today and your desires for tomorrow. So this involves the subconscious mind, okay? It's another emotional thing. It's another emotional connection. It's another level of harmony with them. It's developing that rapport. It's developing that trust. The fourth step is action, okay? And what I mean by that is this. There's a doctor, which I'll talk about later as well, called Maxwell Maltz. In 1969, he made a massive impact, probably one of the biggest impacts in the world of psychology. And that is, he wrote a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And in that book, he described how we have that physical image. When I look in the mirror, I see what I see. And then we have the image in our head of who we are. The image in our head controls more of our actions than anything else. What I'm saying to you is that if I have an image that I'm a smoker who's trying to quit, and it's very difficult to stop smoking and stop vaping, if that's my image, I will set my thermostat of my subconscious mind to that, and I will continually be someone who's trying to quit, having a hard time quitting, getting off of nicotine. If I have the image that I'm a person that is a dream maker, I am someone that cares about people, I am authentic, this is a talent of mine, I love doing what I'm doing there. If I create an image that helps me match up to my desires, you will achieve your results with greater fashion, exponentially, and in a much better way. You'll get the action that you want. And relaying that when you talk to your clients, right? You'll pick up on different skills. And this is why those mental faculties are really important, because this is intuition. When you talk to someone, having that intuition to be authentic of how to speak, at what rate to speak, of how to get that rapport, of how to help them create the image of themselves in that house, in that property. The imagery is very important. I would have them sit down and feel what it would feel like to be in that home. What would it feel like to have Christmas dinner at that table? What would it feel like? Visualize it and feel like. Walk around the house on your own and feel that. Don't just picture your kids playing in the backyard, okay? We all can see that. Really sit down and get that imagery and feeling and the emotional connection to your desires. And then take action, okay? Take action on that. Sign this, let's do this, and really be authoritative with taking action, okay? That's an important thing, is giving the client a directive, because now you have trust. Now you have rapport. You know their desires. Help them take action. You've walked through the path of developing trust, rapport, of connecting with them subconsciously. Help them take action, because now you're someone who knows what they want. You're someone who they trust. You're someone who has rapport with them. Help them to take that action and convince them of why they need to take that action. And the final thing here with your clients is knowing that you're going to be of service to them. Okay, when someone converts from being a client to being someone on your team, that service can come in different fashions. And I've seen this a lot from different agents, right? That they'll give you their network. If you ever need a toilet fixed, if you ever need your pool taken care of, call this, call that. And that's of service. And there's a value of that, okay? Also being of service is being available to them. Of being that dream maker for them. For when they move up in category from that level A desire to that level C desire, being of service to them, okay? Of not just making a transaction, but being of someone of service. And why is it important to do this? Because of that law of cause and effect. As you put this out there, the law of cause and effect will bring it back to you, and referrals will come back to your place as well. This involves communicating to your client, to your prospect, continually, even after they bought the house, maybe once every 6 months, an email, a call, how are you? How are things going? Are you happy? So forth. Okay, what do you need? And sharing your network that you may have for their services that they may need. Okay, let me come down in here and share with you that if a client has a need and they have the means, they're pre-qualified, and a sale doesn't happen, there's only one reason. It's because you're not good enough yet. What I shared with you is, in my mind, very common sense. It's very simple, but it takes work and it takes practice. Because our minds are 2 million years old. And if you look at the development of our brain, the development of our mind, it's to protect. If you did nothing, if you woke up in the morning and did nothing, and you just went about your day, you did no work, you put no investment, your mind will kind of migrate towards negativity. What happens is our minds are designed to protect us. There's a portion in your head called the reticular activating system that protects you. It guards against evil, protects you. It's looking for areas to protect you. It's looking for things to protect you, and things to protect you from are negative. So that's why we have a tendency to go towards the negativity. This is a way of priming your mind, of thinking in a way that takes study and work. You have to be committed to becoming a professional salesperson. It's something it's a profession like a doctor, like something else. You have to invest in yourself, take time for yourself, practice these things, read about this over and over and over again. And there's plenty of opportunity on a daily basis to go back and practice this. So if someone has the need and they have the means and the sale didn't go through, there's only one reason. It's because you're not good enough here. You're not good enough yet, but you will get there. You'll become that professional salesperson that you want to be. Now, when I want to share with you, when I talked before about those desires, it's very important that you remember these desires. You know, that type A, you know how to do, right? So you yourself as a professional, your goal may be to have X number of dollars in commissions this month or this year or 6 months or this quarter. You need to have those goals. And in my mind, you really need to stretch yourself, because when you work from a type A, you know how to do it. You can hear it in the words. You know how to do it. You're working on a conscious level, right? You know how to do it. You're going to get it. Why is that even a goal? The type B, you think you can do it. That's more conscious, right? If you do this or do that, if I hustle here, if I shift this, if I do that, I think I can do it. That's a type B. You yourself want to live this life of harmony between your conscious and subconscious, of attaching feelings to your thoughts, because feelings with your thoughts create results. And we want your results to be fabulous and abundant. Go for it. Dream high, dream big, but dream from your own desire. In order for you to be happy, in order for you to be free, you have to be you. Not the you that I think you should be, not the you your husband, wife, mother, girlfriend, brother think you should be. You have to be you. You have to know your own desires, but you need to know what it is that you truly desire. Don't have paradigms coming in your way saying, I can't do this, I'm not good enough for that, I just started, or the economy's like this. Create your own economy, create your own desires, harmonize between your conscious and your subconscious mind, because thoughts and feelings equate to results. The people who are achieving massive results, the people who are doing excellent, phenomenal abundancy, it's because they're having deep down desire, they're hungry for it, they have a deep down desire, and they're harmonizing their thought process to achieve their goals. You know, Tony Robbins is someone who I've met and someone who I highly look up.
Can I input on that last statement real quickly?
Yeah, please.
My CEO, Eddie Shapiro, actually, Nest Seekers is actually the way it is right now. Believe it or not, we created our company right after 9/11, and my CEO has a thing about expansions. You know, whenever there's been, I think the last time we did an expansion was back in 2008. You know, anytime there's been a little upset in the market itself, and we've been absolutely, you know, incredible because of it. And, you know, it's been extremely effective to our benefit itself, because when, you know, when there's rain, there's sunshine.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's perfect that you said that. Thank you. And that wasn't even planned. But what Christopher was saying, growth. Okay, growth regardless of your external environment. Tony believes that you have to control your state, because true fulfillment and abundance occurs when you have growth and contribution. What I'm saying to you is that by controlling your state of mind, which Anthony Robbins describes in the triad of focus, language, and physiology, by controlling your state, you can grow to abundance and you can contribute. Because the purpose of us growing is not just for ourselves. We want to contribute, whether it's our family, our communities. We want to contribute and we want to grow. We want to grow for ourselves. We want to grow for others. Okay. So growth and contribution is extremely important. And if you're thinking the right way, if you're attaching feelings to that, your results will match that. But you need to control your state. Because the fact of the matter is, as soon as we get off this call, you'll get a phone call, you'll watch the news, something will happen, and your state will change. Okay. So Tony Robbins gives this little tip, and I'm going to share this with you. It's a triad to be in a peak state. Focus. Okay. You have the gift of free will. The gift of free will has been given to you, and the gift of free will allows you to throw away negativity and to bring on positivity. But it's like a muscle. You need to practice that each day. The gift of free will allows you to throw away negativity and focus on positive things. By focusing on positive things, you create feelings that match those positive things. You see, it's all a gameplay on your subconscious mind. By bringing in positivity, flowing in the positivity, focusing on getting rid of the negative, your subconscious mind becomes primed, and then your results will manifest with that too. It's automatic. It just happens. You don't even have to think about it. It just will happen. Your language is extremely important. Being professional and being professionalism, language is extremely important, okay? Exaggerations of, oh my God, Jesus Christ, it doesn't help. The news is there to sensationalize us. Don't do it. Don't go there. Language is extremely important. Your language with your clients is extremely important. Your focus when you're with your clients is extremely important. Controlling your state when you're with your clients is extremely important. Because when you control your state, you are have the ability to respond, not react, and harmonize with your clients. And finally, physiology. Tony's a big proponent on some kind of physical activity, whether it's exercising, walking, something. Before he goes on the stage, he jumps on a little trampoline to get the blood flowing, to get the lymphatic system going. He does all these different exercises when he's sitting at his desk too. He puts his arms above his head 10 times before a call. He tells his coaches, I'm one of his coaches, he tells us to put our arms out and to do figures of 8 before we go on a call or a webinar. The reason why we do that is to increase our physiology, increase the blood flow, right? So focus, language, physiology, control your state. By controlling your state, you help control your mind, okay? This is that Dr. Max Maltz. He said to change a habit, make a conscious decision, and then act it out. The acting out is that subconscious mind. It's that new behavior. When people tell you I have a big heart, I'm so sensitive, a big heart. Trust me, I'm a doctor. The heart doesn't have feeling to it. It's the subconscious mind that has feeling to it, okay? When people say they're very sensitive, okay, it's the subconscious mind. We have to feel out our thoughts and match it to our desires and match it to our outcomes. That's a book there that I highly recommend. It's a great read. The plastic surgeon in 1969 that came up with that book. So this is like a 3-day seminar that I kind of brushed over. There's so much I can go into in so many different areas, but I'd like to hear back from you what thoughts you may have or what questions you may have for me.
This was absolutely incredible. I definitely picked up a lot of value in this, and just being able to restructure, just the way we're doing things specifically. As you pointed out in the last slide, language is extremely important. just the way we conduct ourselves. And that's one of the biggest things that I stress with my clients, with my team members all the time, that, when we go out there in the field and we're working with people specifically, we gotta conduct ourselves in a certain manner, because of the fact of the matter is, the clients always come first, and the way we treat them and the way we prioritize them, that's the way, that's what builds relationships, and that's what creates longevity when it comes to this business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we all live off of referrals, which are really important. And the law of cause and effect is in our favor with that, or not in our favor if we're not following these simple processes. I think during this period of quarantine is such a massive opportunity to really put time into developing ourselves, so that when we come out of this, or during this right now, we can really be the best version of ourselves and really take upon massive abundance and of great success. Growth and contribution are highly important for us to be fulfilled in life. We can be happy, but you're not fulfilled if you don't have growth and fulfillment, which is really key.
Like I said earlier today, when there's rain, there's sunshine, right? And right now we're in a situation where there's a lot of negativity surrounding us, especially when, whenever we turn on the news and see whatever's happening out there. And, but the fact is, there are a lot of pluses, and there's a lot of benefits, and there's a lot of good things that we can take from where we are right now. The fact is that we've, like I've said, multiple times in the past, that, we've often asked ourselves, those of us who are home right now, have often asked ourselves, when will we be able, take a step back and be able to readjust and be able to just get all the operational things reorganized. And, unfortunately, with the circumstances, but we are given that opportunity right now to do so. And, I posed the question that, how many people are out there right now, I know Ryan Serhan is very, very big on follow-up and follow through. How many people are still, reaching out to their clients, just checking in on their old past clients and say, here, how you doing? How's everything hanging in? How are you hanging in during the coronavirus? I make it a, subconscious effort itself to constantly make sure that I'm constantly reaching out to people, just because, just building relationships is everything about this business. It's not about the commission check. You get paid one time, but, per deal. But if you have a long-term relationship, then that's forever. You know what I mean? And that's something that's what the benefit of that is, be able to take that business itself and grow your business and maximize yourself to that point. And, as long as you build consistency, that's where it is, and Ray Kroc was really, really big when it comes to consistency, which is why, if you ever saw the movie The Founder, like example, there was a scene where he walked in and they're selling tacos or something like that. He was like, no, this is how it works. We got to form and run under the uniform, be under uniform itself. And that's where my team is also. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what price point we're working with. We've done deals, we've sold deals in the low 100,000s all the way up to the millions. So, I mean, regardless of what it is, that language that we project, that body language, the whatever it is itself that we project to our clients itself, is very, very important. It sticks with us. Yeah, no, definitely. The law of attraction, law of cause and effect, they're real. I mean, these things are really real. People feel it, right? And that's their intuition. They feel that energy that's coming back from the salesperson. So I totally agree with you. Yeah, I mean, what I just shared with you, there's each one of those slides, you can go off into tangents for forever, but I hope there's some value in that very high level overview and stimulate some thoughts, and hopefully people can take from this and start working on getting themselves to a point where they themselves can become the Ryan Serhans of the industry. I mean, he's someone who creates, right? He's a creator. He creates. 100%. I mean, that's the plus side. I personally been to a couple of his open houses, and there's nothing like a Ryan Serhan open house. I've always said that New Jersey is really about maybe 5 or 6 years behind when it comes to innovation and compared to New York. Yeah. Example, the ice cream rolls that came out. I think ice cream rolls just blew up maybe like 2 years ago in New Jersey, but meanwhile, it was just an absolute massive craze in New York City for the last like 10 years, and the same goes true when it comes to marketing. The guys in New York City have been doing virtual tours way before we have. The guys in New York City are just doing all these crazy things and all stuff that we're not doing over here. I get it. They're selling, multi-million dollar apartments and everything, but we might not be, we might not have to spend, money to that extent to market our properties, but at the same time, the effort that we're putting forth and all stuff to all our clients and all stuff should not be any different. It's just the fact of the matter that, it's our brand that we're worried about here. We need to do the right things to ensure that the brand is going to be something that's going to be here for a long time. And we want to do that by maintaining these strong relationships with people. And in order for us to do that, it's by following the laws of attraction, and that's extremely important to this.
Yeah. No, I can see it. I mean, you guys are really invested in improvement and moving forward and putting that specialized knowledge and finding areas of opportunity and success. And you guys are going to just take off like crazy, and you're already doing so well. But it's exciting to see like what's going to come up.
Yeah, I'm really excited. The next couple of months should be incredible. I'm definitely looking forward to taking some of these ideologies, and we're definitely going to sit down some more and really just go over some more in detail. And, I really want to be able to do some more during the quarantine. Perhaps give some of these people a little bit more content in the future. Let's do something incredible for these people, and let's put together something incredible.
Yeah, I'd be happy to come back again, and we can dive deeper into this area, kind of explore a little bit more and talk more about the mind and professional salesmanship. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll definitely set something up for sure. Guys, I want to thank you all for tuning into this. Dr. Frank Dos Santos has been an absolutely incredible guest. Well, today he is actually the host, but it was absolutely incredible. If you guys haven't checked out our old video, I will post that in the comment as well. So in case you had any questions about this, the secrets of getting rich or COVID-19, feel free to drop a comment. Dr. Frank Dos Santos is very, very welcoming to answering questions, and he's just an absolutely incredible guy. As you guys see, we have the Instagram over here as well. So definitely drop him a follow. And if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to him as well. He's just, once again, a great guy. So feel free to reach out at any point.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.
No problem, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of it.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.